Enterprises need to ensure cyber resilience generally to make sure they can withstand cyber attacks, but also specifically data resilience to ensure they identify and classify where their sensitive data stores are located. They protect those data stores. They also back up and secure those data stores with backup and recovery, and they appropriately govern the data within those data stores. Data resilience is the intersection of data security posture management, data security, data protection, and data governance. The Enterprise Strategy Group undertook some research around data resilience, which yielded some surprising and interesting findings. We found that 60% of enterprises found that about 20% or a fifth of their data stores have personally identifiable information and or sensitive information. And 28% of those respondents said their data stores were expected to grow 40% or more annually. So that's some significant growth in the data. And that's a lot of that driven by generative AI deployments. This expansion is likely a contributing factor to 83% of organizations saying they expected to increase their spending around data resilience relative to other areas of cybersecurity in the next 12 months. Chief Information Security Officers, or CISOs, can typically accommodate 3 to 5 projects per year. Their teams can execute on 3 to 5 projects per year. Something that caught my eye in this research was that when it came to data resilience, 9 out of 10 enterprises said this is a priority, and 36% of the respondents said this is the priority for their teams. The specific areas having the most investment interest were around data backup and recovery, along with data discovery and classification. Also of note in the results were that most enterprises preferred a best tool approach over a platform approach. Nearly 2/3 of respondents said, give me the best tool with integrations to adjacent areas, while a third said, I prefer a platform to address the data resilience issue. This makes sense when you consider that data resilience is a relatively young category, and enterprises typically want the best technology possible to solve their business pain. In terms of locating sensitive data stores, most enterprises had some sort of automated process or tooling in place, but more than a third had a homegrown data discovery tool. This sort of solution is typically brittle and quickly proves inadequate when compared to a commercial tool. When it comes to how enterprises approach data classification, their approach was quite rigorous. About 79% combined metadata analysis in either sampling of the data or scanning the whole data store. About half used metadata plus sampling, where 28% used metadata plus scanning the entire data store. And that's actually surprising because that scanning the entire data store can run up a bill. The roles involved in data resilience ran the gamut from IT and IT operations to data privacy and compliance to cloud operations. There's a range of people at the table for research and evaluation of solutions, but the budget holder was typically IT and to a lesser extent, IT security. This makes sense when you consider the IT team can frequently roll up to the CIO in terms of budget authority. When it comes to actions enterprises take in response to improved visibility that comes from locating and classifying sensitive data stores, most reduced user access to address the ongoing problem of stale user access. The two major actions that followed reduced access were hardening the data through encryption or masking and decommissioning data. Something that DSPM tools uncover is that stale access and that unused data, and enterprises are using the tool to clean up that abandoned and duplicate data. The research was expansive with details around major use cases for data security posture management and what it takes for enterprises to get value out of DSPM tools, and the specific personas involved in data resilience decisions.